Greetings, creatures. Tim Kreitz here. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Tim Kreitz Adventures. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different than the average. I'm going to take you out to look for a ghost town that I'm not sure exists. It may just be folklore, and I'm going to combine that with one of the Moto Talks topics. Moto Talks subject number 20. And we're going to do that right when I come back. So the place I'm looking for is called Old Midkiff, and I don't know if it exists or not. As I said in the intro, it may just be folklore, but there is a semi-ghost town south of here called Midkiff. But there's a story that there was another Midkiff to the north of where the current one sits that is no longer there, and that there are ghost town remnants there. We're going to look. What I'm looking for, they said it was near a salt lake. So I'm looking for a salt lake now. And maybe I'll find one, maybe I won't. If we find a salt lake, we'll look and see if there are any ghost town remnants near it. There is a salt lake out here. It's pretty grown up because we've had a lot of rain. But it's definitely down there. Alright. Well, I got two problems. One is that this is all private property and I can't go out there. But the second thing is that I don't see anything remotely resembling a ghost town. Nothing. So, part of the rumor, part of the folklore, part of the legend is true. There is a salt lake out here. But it apparently cannot be explored due to the fact that it's all fenced off. And in Texas, you don't cross a fence or go through a closed gate unless you're wearing a bulletproof vest. Wonder if we can get in right here. Nope, no smoking. Okay, it's a deal. Not no trespassing, no smoking. Let's head on out to Midkiff, the actual Midkiff. Here it is, Midkiff, Texas in all its glory. There's a little bit going on out here. There's a few businesses, all oil field related. Historical marker. This place is more alive than I thought it was going to be. Now this is how you watch the sun go down right here. What a beautiful evening. So if you're one of the regular viewers of this channel, you know that I normally don't do topic-based episodes. I do destination-based episodes, but the latest Moto Talks episode really got my attention. It's number 20, topic number 20, and the gist of it is essentially, what have you done to actively control and sculpt the outcome of your life? Very interesting topic. It really grabbed me. And one thing that I immediately thought as I watched the first few episodes of that being published to YouTube was that I have a bit of an advantage over a lot of moto vloggers, and that is, I figure that based on my experience and observations, the average moto vlogger is about somewhere between 22 and 32 years old, while I, on the other hand, am 45 years old. I'm in my mid-40s, and I have the benefit of more life experience with regard to this subject, because obviously a 21-year-old talking about has your life gone according to plan versus a 45-year-old talking about has your life gone according to plan so far would be quite different, and is quite different so far. And so here are my experiences. Man, what a sunset. So to boil this down to a simple question, has my life gone according to plan? And the answer is, sort of. I knew that I wanted to be an artist and a musician, but the way I have done it, now it firmly entrenched in my middle years, I guess 45 is about halfway through life, I guess that can be considered middle-aged. Yeah, it turned out very different than I thought. I was going to be, originally when I went to college, I declared as a music major. I was going to be a performance major, and I was going to be a session player and a performing musician and become well known and respected in the industry and blah, blah, blah. But when I got to college, I discovered this thing called audio engineering. The college I went to had an audio program. They had a recording studio. And so my interests changed as far as music. So I changed majors. I became an audio engineering major, and that's what I got my degree in. And before I had even graduated, I had landed a job working for a record label and working in a 24-track analog studio, a job I had for over 8 years. But by the time I had done that for 8 years, performing and engineering and producing, I kind of wanted a change. I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to stop being a musician, and I still don't. I didn't want to stop producing music, but I wanted to do some different things. I've always been a good artist. I've been a good illustrator and a good designer. I wanted to do that professionally. So I started working for ad agencies, doing audio production and doing producing jingles and that sort of thing, and that led me into becoming a graphic artist and getting to do design and doing art direction, and that was fun, and I did that for a long time. But then I wanted to change again, and so I went back to being a full-time musician, and that's what I'm doing right now. And would I have changed anything? Absolutely not. I wouldn't have changed a single thing. It didn't go exactly according to plan, but it went great. And I was able to adapt to changes in my life where I didn't need to be on the road as much as a musician for a while. I wanted to get married. I wanted to my wife of 21 years was kind of getting tired of having a boyfriend and the prospect of having a husband who was gone all the time for weeks at a time on the road, and then would come back and do weeks at a time in a recording studio late at night, keeping weird hours. And so when the opportunities presented themselves to make a change, and I was interested in that, I jumped on it. So if there's anything I can offer you guys that's of tangible value regarding this subject, it's about the decisions you make, your ability to adapt, and your ability to know what you can do and what you can't do. Don't get in over your head. Know where your talents are, know where you have the potential to develop, and go that way. Now there's a whole other aspect to this outside of the professional part of it, and that is the personal aspects of life. What are you doing to give your life true meaning? Because work isn't it. As rewarding as some of our careers may be, and as rewarding of a career as you may get into in your life, that's not going to fulfill you in the long run. What's going to fulfill you is happiness and peace and relationships. So you're not just going to be able to be a career person and be fulfilled. You're going to want to be married or have a relationship. You're going to want to have friends. And the decisions you make regarding those relationships are truly what are going to affect the outcome of your life for the better or for the worse. You want to treat people right. You want to talk to people correctly. You want to do things that bless others, service to others. If there was ever a path to happiness, it's service to others, doing things that serve other people. So that's my take on this. I've probably gone on a little too long, but it's about decisions, it's about adaptability, and it's about knowing yourself. And you will find that all of that changes with time, and you have to change your plans and your actions as time passes. Because life looks a lot different at 45 than it does at 20. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Watch out for yourselves. Watch out for one another, and we'll see you on the next episode. God bless. Bye.